have studied plant kingdom. So now we are moving toward the first unit, that is the last chapter, that is fourth, animal kingdom. After completion of the animal kingdom, we are going to start the new topic, that is animal kingdom. This is important in the examination, and portion which is going to be found in this topic is not going to be deleted. So everything will be same. So it has not been changed. That is why. So this is important. So now next is the animal kingdom. As already you have studied in the 9th or the 10th standard, or even the 8th standard also. So classification, how it has been done, classification who made. So earlier you have studied about the artificial system of classification, natural system of classification, and all those. So now here in the animal kingdom, so animals are classified on the basis of the various factors, on the basis of the arrangement of the cells, on the basis of the body symmetry, on the basis of the coelom, that is the body cavity. So like that, and even the reproductive system and all those things, the classification it has been done in the case of the animal kingdom. So animals are normally classified under the group. We can observe that the total 9 phyla are going to be considered. I am going to write the phyla here. Number 1, we can observe that the Porifera. Number 1, Porifera. Next is Coelenterata. Porifera, Coelenterata. Next, Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Next, Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes. Next, Annelida. Annelida. Then Arthropoda. Arthropoda. Then Mollusca. Mollusca. Then Echinodermata. Echinodermata. So now, animal kingdom, it has been divided into 2 groups. That is, some of the animals are considered as an invertebrate group. Invertebrate ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಕಶೇರುಕಗಳು. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೆನ್ನುಮೂಳೆ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. That is all normally considered as an invertebrate group ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So animals are again divided into 2 groups, that is the vertebrates and the invertebrates, or chordates or non-chordates ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So now this what we are going to be studying. The first is invertebrate. Invertebrates. ಅಕಶೇರುಕಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. These are the invertebrate group: Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata. So now, as far as the syllabus part is considered, one more phylum is going to be introduced, and they are showing basically Coelenterate character. After the Coelenterate, we have tried Ctenophora. One more phylum it has been included here. It is Ctenophora. So now this Ctenophora is exhibiting maximum characteristics of Coelenterates. That is why after Coelenterate it has been written as Ctenophora. C is silent here. Ctenophora. So Porifera, Coelenterata. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 phyla it has been observed. Even though protozoans are there, protozoans are single-celled organisms. So that is why multicellular group or birds they are normally writing as the classification. So now here you can see that the total number of phyla which is going to be found among the invertebrates are 9. Porifera, Coelenterata, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, and Echinodermata. So now, apart from that, you also studied chordates. ಕಶೇರುಕಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಓದಿರಬಹುದು. So here we are observing Pisces, then amphibian, Pisces, amphibian, then reptilian, aves, then mammalian. So in this you can observe that total 5 classes are there: Pisces, amphibian, reptilian, aves, and mammalian. So out of these 5 classes that what you have studied in the earlier, so Pisces it has been divided into 2 groups, that is Chondrichthyes, Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes. Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes. Why it is divided? Pisces it has been divided into two subclasses. That is Chondrichthyes and the Osteichthyes. Chondrichthyes is a cartilaginous species, like for example shark. And now Osteichthyes is a osteology bony fishes. So now Chondrichthyes and Osteichthyes. So labio is there, rohu and the labio or rohu, catla. These are the fishes which are normally considered as bony fishes. So now actually Pisces class is there. Class Pisces is divided into two subclasses, that is cartilaginous fishes and the bony fishes, Chondrichthyes and the Osteichthyes. Like that, in the first year what we are studying the total 6 classes. 6 classes ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಬಂದಿದೆ. Pisces has divided into two subclasses. So in this way, fishes, amphibians, reptilia, aves and mammalia, in this chapter we are studying the 6 classes with examples. 1 to 5 characters we are going to study about these things. And now Porifera, in this you can see that invertebrate phyla we have to remember minimum 5 to 6 characters. 5 to 6 characters ನೆನಪಿಟ್ರೆ, so at least in the examination the question is going to be asked, write the general characteristics of Annelida or Arthropoda kelabondu illa Platyhelminthes also they are going to be asked 5 characters 5 marks. If they ask me, that is normally very good, because here this chapter everything is there, so nothing is to be deleted. Yavadu delete ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. Minimum 5 character you have to study. I will tell you nearly 6 to 7 characters or the 8 characters. 8 character ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. So you have to study about this regarding the general characters. ಇಲ್ಲಿ only general characters ಇವೆ. So Porifera, Coelenterata. So before we are studying this, one example we are going to observe that Porifera, sponges, Coelenterata, sea anemone or Hydra is there. Ctenophora, this is the new phylum we can observe that the Pleurobrachia, Ctenoplana anta barthe. Later on I will tell you what is to be there. So now familiar phylum first we are going to observe that Platyhelminthes, chappate hulagalu anta kareeತಾರೆ. So Platyhelminthes we can see that the tapeworm is the example regarding the Platyhelminthes. Ascalminthes, round worms, what we are saying it as the dundu hulagalu anta kuda kareeತಾರೆ ನಾವು. So here we are observing the example as Ascaris, Ascalminthes, Ascaris. Now Annelidans, earthworms are there, so many even leeches are there. So these are the examples which may comes in the case of the Annelida. Arthropoda, jointed legs, like cockroach is there. Enormous amount of the examples it is going to be found in the arthropoda. Scorpion is there, spider is there, so even a prawn is also there. Crab is there. All these are the examples which may come under the arthropoda. Then the mollusca is there, snail. That what we are observing in the rainy season, we can observe that the enormous amount of the snails it is going to be observed. Ella andre shelled animals. That is what we are observing it as mollusca. Echinodermata, ಕಂಟಕ ಚರ್ಮಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Last we can observe that. So these are the animals which are normally bearing the spines on the body surface. That is the Echinodermata. Example, starfish. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ example ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ starfish ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So like this, introduction I have given here. Here Pisces are the fishes, amphibians, frog you can observe that thing, and the reptiles, snakes are there, crocodiles are there. These are the examples. Aves, the birds. Mammals, as you already know that all the higher animals which are normally related with the mammal. First, what we are observing it as a bat. That is the mammal. So like that, we are observing total animal kingdom. Several species are known to be observed in the animal kingdom. That is why it has been divided into invertebrates and vertebrates, or chordates or non-chordates in the curriculum. Right. So now, ಯಾವ basis ಮೇಲೆ divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, on the basis of the arrangement of the cells, on the basis of the digestive system, on the basis of the symmetry, on the basis of coelom. So like that it has been divided. So first we are observing that based on that here we can see that the levels of classification. ಯಾವ basis ಮೇಲೆ divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಈಗ ನೋಡೋಣ. So levels of classification. So here we are studying at least one character in each phylum. ಈಗ ನಾನೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ, one phylum we are going to be studying, that is characters we are studying here. Number 1, that is we are going to write the levels of classification. Levels of classification. ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಯಾವ ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ cellular levels. Next number 2 tissue level. Number 3 organ level. Number 4 organ system level. So classification it has been normally divided in this type: cellular level, tissue level, organ level, organ system level. So in this way classification it has been done. Cellular level means what we are observing here. Cellular level of the loose aggregate. In the case of porifera we can observe that the cells are normally arranged in loose form that is normally considered as a loose aggregate of the protein. Loose aggregate level which is going to be found in the porifera. Example we are observing here porifera ಅಂದ್ರೆ sponges. ಅಂದ್ರೆ poriferaದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, that is cellular level of classification ಅಥವಾ cellular level of organization. Levels of classification or the levels of organization ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಬೋದು. So cellular level, the cells are arranged loosely. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Protozoa, you know that protozoans. How the protozoans what amoeba, Euglena, Paramecium, that what we are going to be make the classification. Protozoans ನಲ್ಲಿ cells ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ single cell is there. Single cell it is going to perform all the body functions. Single cell is performing the body functions. You can observe that thing. One cell is performing entire body function ಅಂದ್ರೆ digestion, respiration, excretion, reproduction ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದೇ cell ಇದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? Is what we are observing unique characteristics of protozoans. Protozoans are having single cell organisms ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. Next ಇದನ್ನೇ next organization ಅಂದ್ರೆ next development is going to be taking place cellular level ಅಂದ್ರೆ in the case of porifera how it is there. Porifera ನಲ್ಲಿ multicellular means number of cells are more, but all the cells are performing different functions. Protozoa ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾವು, in the case of protozoa what we have seen that one cell is performing several functions, but now in the case of porifera the next stage, in the case of porifera we are observing multicellular. The number of cells are going to be observed here, but all the cells are not united to perform one function. Okay, individual cell can perform one function. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು, single cell is performing all the functions, that is digestion, respiration, reproduction and excretion, like that. But here one cell is performing one function ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು cell digestion ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು respiration ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು reproduction ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು excretion, like that. Loose aggregate form ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Loose aggregate form, that is the cellular level of organization. Example porifera. This is porifera means individual cell can perform one function, but how many cells are there? So many cells are there, but all the cells are not united together. Loose aggregate, not compact here. That is what we are observing in the porifera. Right? Next is come to the next phylum, that is Coelenterata. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಟುಂಬ ಕಡವಂತಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Coelenterate what we are observing. Coelenterata ಅಂದ್ರೆ next form of the tissue level. Tissue level ಎರಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ. Example Coelenterata and Ctenophora ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Ctenophora. So tissue grade organization means what? Next other than definitions we can observe that one cell can perform all the functions. Individual cell can perform one function. Porifera. Coelenterata ನಲ್ಲಿ group of cells. In the case of Coelenterata we are observing group of cells can perform one function. The group cells is called as tissue. Group of cells called as tissue. Group of cells can perform one function, that is the tissue grade organization. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಈ 4 ಸೆಲ್, ಈ 4 ಸೆಲ್ ಕೂಡಿ like this what I am drawing here, that is in a simplification manner. ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ, cells are united. Tissue grade is what? Group of cells. Group of cells form and perform one function. ಈ 4 ಸೆಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ, that is digestion. These 4 cells are grouped together to perform excretion. These 4 cells are united to perform the reproduction, like this. This is the respiration. Followed all of you what we are observing here. One cell perform all the functions. Single cell, individual cell can perform one function. Group of cells can perform one function. Group of cells can perform one function. It is called as tissue level organization. Tissue level organization, ಅಂದ್ರೆ group of cells can perform one function. Next is organ level. Organ level example is platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. See, whenever we are writing the characteristic feature of the porifera, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೆನಪಿಡಿ. ಪೋರಿಫೆರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ cellular grade of organization. In the case of porifera, we are writing that the cellular grade of organization. And in the case of the Coelenterata and Ctenophora, we are writing Coelenterata ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ next character ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಂದ್ರೆ tissue grade of organization. Tissue grade of organization is group of cells can perform one function. Next, organ level of organization. What do you mean by term organ level of organization? Andre organ level mein several tissues are combined. In the case of platyhelminthes, in the case of platyhelminthes, we are studying that platyhelminthes ne nodteve now group of tissue. What we are writing here in the case of platyhelminthes, group of tissue. Group of tissue perform one function. Group of cells alla, group of tissue mein all these are combined together. This is called as organ system. They are performing one function. Organ system grade of organization andre several tissues are combined. Illi several cells are combined. Tissue grade ಆದರೆ several tissues are combined to perform one function, that is the organs grade of organization. ಒಂದು organ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ for example in the human body only you can take, or any animal body you can take. ಯಾವುದೇ animal body ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ when we are studying the structure of the stomach, intestine ಆಗಲಿ stomach ಆಗಲಿ esophagus ಆಗಲಿ, when we are taking the section of the stomach section ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ just we have to observe that the first tissue ಬರ್ತದೆ epithelial tissue, second tissue ಬರ್ತದೆ next muscular tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue. ಹೌದಾ? ನಾವು stomach ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು LS ಆಗಲಿ TS ಆಗಲಿ, whenever we are taking the section and observe under microscope, outermost region is epithelial cells, innermost region is muscular tissue, muscles, next region is connective tissue, blood vessels, ಆಮೇಲೆ nervous tissue. So like that 4 tissues are combined to form one organ. This is called as organ grade of organization. This organ grade of organization is going to be found in the platyhelminthes. When I have written about the entire invertebrate specimen, invertebrate ನಾನು phyla ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Invertebrate phyla total 9 ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Individual one we can call as phylum. Whenever we are studying about the porifera, we will say about that. Now write down phylum porifera. So total I have written all the 9 andre we have to say that phyla. Phyla is nothing but the plural word. Phylum is the singular word. So here phyla we have to write the plural word. ಮೊದಲು ನಾನು porifera ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. Porifera. Then the Coelenterata. Now platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Next is Ascalominthes, like that. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತೀರಿ. I am saying about one character. One character. Porifera. Now what we are writing here? Write down the character 1 marks ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ cellular level of organization ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Cylindrita ಬಂದಾಗ 1 marks ಬರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ important character is tissue level of organization. When we are writing the platyhelminthes character, platyhelminthes character ಅಂದ್ರೆ immediately what say that organ grade of organization. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ serial ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆ. Cellular level, tissue level, organ system level. Right from Asclepiades, all are organ system level of organization. Asclepiades ಇಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ that is organ system grade of organization. Followed. So here the one character at least we have to complete whenever we are studying this. The platyhelminthes organ grade of organization. Next is last one is organ system grade of organization. So what do you mean by term organ system grade of organization is several organs are united together to perform one function. Several organs are united together to perform one function. Where do you find this? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we are observing this in the higher animals. ಹೈಯರ್ animals ಈ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವಾ ಆಯಿತು ಪೋರಿಫೆರಾ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಗ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸೆವರಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್. ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೆವರಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಒನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆವರಲ್ organs are united. Several organs are united to perform one function. Several organs are united to perform one function. That is organ system. Example: Asclepiades. Asclepiades. Organ system level, all those things we are studying about this. Or the Asclepiades to chordates. All are showing the organ system grade of organization. Asclepiades to chordates. Pura chordate one, including also that is you can see that the organ system grade of organization. What do you mean by the term organ system level of organization? ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ. ಈಗ stomach you have to consider as one organ. The intestine is considered as one organ. Esophagus is considered as one organ. Mouth is considered as one organ. All these organs are united together to perform one function under digestion. That's the important. To perform one function, that is digestion. Similarly, respiratory system anta ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Respiratory system ಅಂದ್ರೆ right from the nasal cavity. Nasal cavity leads to pharynx. Then you can see the trachea, lungs and all those things, you know that bronchus, bronchioles and all those. All these are the organs which is normally combined together to perform one function, that is respiration. Like that excretion, pair of kidneys. Kidneys are normally consisting of ureter, urinary bladder and urethra and all those things. Andre urinary bladder is one organ, urethra is one organ, ureter is one organ, kidney is one organ. All these organs are united to perform one function, that is excretion. So, the important is as we are moving in the higher animals, more complexity is also normally developing. Just the complexity. Why the complexity is going to be found? If one organ fails, then entire system collapse. When the organ fails, suppose we are having stomach pain. Are you able to eat? No. If you are having normally mouth ulcer, teeth pain, even though you are feeling hungry, then also we are unable to eat. So what I am telling you that if one organ fails, entire system collapse. So in this way, nasal blocks is going to be taking place during night time. Suppose you are suffering from cold, throughout night we are unable to sleep. Why? Because one organ failed. Lungs clear irutte, adre illi block agirutte. Like that, illi clear irutte. Lungs nalli suppose if the cough or the mucus is going to be secreted, then automatically we are able to sleep. Like that, organ system grade of organization alli several organs are combined together to perform only one function. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವಾ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಹೌದಾ? ಆಲ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ನೌ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋವಾ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಒಂದೇ ಸೆಲ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಪೋರಿಫೆರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಒನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರಿಟಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಗ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸೆಲ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗ್ರೇಡ್, ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಗ್ರೇಡ್, ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಗ್ರೇಡ್, porifera, cylindrata, platyhelminthes, ascalminthes. So like that we have to understand. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೇಳಿ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ascalminthes ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ. Write the 5 characteristics of ascalminthes ಅಂದಾಗ we have to think of that. First what we have to write? Porifera, cellular grade, tissue grade, organ grade, organ system grade. Like that. Ascalminthes onwards all are organ system grade. ಅದು fix it. So like that we have to write the characters. Don't by heart these characters. Followed protozoa, porifera, cylindrata, platyhelminthes, ascalminthes. Andre all the systems are not completely developed in the case of ascalminthes, but now we are observing the various organs which are going to be arranged. Simplification is there. Simplification is there, but all these normally not arranged properly. As we are moving toward the higher animals, then the development is also going to be taking place. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ more complex we are going to observe in the case of organ system level of organization ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So in this way today that now what we have studied levels of classification or the organization. For all of you, when we are studying about the porifera, cylindrata, so directly we will tell the character. This is cellular level, this is tissue level, like that. Exam ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನೀಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಟ್ ದ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ಟೀನೋಫೋರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸಿಲಿಂಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್. ಟೀನೋಫೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್, right? So now organ system level of organization. Whenever we are studying about the organ system level of organization, now we are observing that ಈಗ ಆ organ system ದಲ್ಲಿ some complications or the complexities are there. Classification it has been done in this manner also. Complexity ಯಾವುದಿವೆ? ಈಗ for example now we can see that the more complexity we are studying in the organ system level. Organ system level. Already I have given the example that example already phylum example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. That is right from ascalminthes to chordates ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Right from ascalminthes to chordates are given. So organ system level ನಲ್ಲಿ more complexity is going to be found. ಅವು ಯಾವುದು ನೋಡಿ. Number 1 what we have small a, complete digestive system. Complete digestive system. Next, small b, incomplete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system. Complete digestive system and incomplete digestive system. So what we are observing here, complete digestive system and incomplete digestive system. Okay, complete digestive system means here we have to observe that the what do you mean by this? Other systems alle matte different types. All are not having digestive system anta ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. All are not having the complete digestive system. ಹೌದಾ? Some are having complete digestive system, some are incomplete. What do you mean by this? Complete digestive system ಅಂದ್ರೆ if the animal is bearing 2 openings, if the animal is bearing 2 openings, if the animal is bearing 2 openings, that is mouth and anus. If the animal is bearing 2 openings, mouth and anus, that is called as complete digestive system. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿರಬಹುದು. Not necessary to tell in Kannada and all those things. So you can observe that the complete digestive system, 2 openings are there, mouth and anus. Intake and the exit. ಎರಡು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇಂದ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ animals, higher animals what we are observing that the complete digestive system they are showing. So now incomplete digestive system ಅಂದ್ರೆ in the case of lower animals, cylindrical. Single opening is there. Single opening. That is only mouth, no ends. This we are observing. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ cylindrics, platinums. ಅಂದ್ರೆ cylindrite platinum ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. We have to write the cylindrite ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. Cylindrite or ctenophora we are observing the two characters. One is they are showing tissue level of organization. Second one is they are exhibiting incomplete digestive system. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 5-6 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. They are showing the incomplete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system ಅಂದ್ರೆ here only mouth is there, anus is not there. Single opening. Okay? Food also they are taking from this region. Excretion also comes out from the same region. That is the single opening what we are observing. So complete digestive system and the incomplete digestive system what we have studied. Next is another one is open and closed circulatory system. Open and closed circulatory system. Open and closed circulatory system. This is digestive system. Now we are observing that open and closed circulatory system. Open and closed circulatory system means open circulatory system to closed circulatory system. Now we are observing that what is meant by the term closed circulatory system. ಇಲ್ಲಿ closed circulatory system is what? Closed circulatory system means ಅಂದ್ರೆ the blood flowing in the presence of blood vessels. The blood is flowing in the presence of blood vessels. ಅಂದ್ರೆ blood vessels or the capillaries what we are saying that ಒಂದು perfect mode ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ heart is normally circulating the blood with the help of blood vessels. This is called as closed type of circulatory system. Closed type of circulatory system ಅಂದ್ರೆ the blood is pumped by the heart. The blood is pumped by the heart by means of the blood vessels. The blood ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಎದುರೊಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, blood vessels ಇರ್ತವೆ. Prominent blood vessels ಒಳಗಡೆ blood ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ and they are distributed to various parts of the body. So this is called as closed circulatory system. Open circulatory system ಅಂದ್ರೆ there are no arteries or the veins. Blood vessels ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. The blood is pumped by the heart. Pumped ಹೇಗಂದ್ರೆ the blood is pumped out of the heart. The blood is pumped out of the heart and the cells and tissues are directly collected, are directly bathed into it. There are no blood vessels. Particular cells ಗೆ ನಾವು blood vessels ಕಳಿಸಬೇಕಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. Directly bathed. ಹೌದಾ? ಹೇಗಂದ್ರೆ for example, now we have to observe that the shower is there ಅಥವಾ ನಳ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ನಾವು ಕೂತ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕೂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಆ ಥರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪೈಪ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಪೈಪ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಪನ್ನೇ, ಮ್ಯಾಲ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ದು ಪೈಪೇ ಬಂದದು, ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ನಾವು ನಿಂತುಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ನಿಂತೇವೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ bathed into it. There are no blood vessels. This is normally considered as open type of circulatory system. So blood is pumped out of the heart and cells and tissues are directly bathed in it. This is called as open type of circulatory system. In other words, we are saying that closed type of circulatory system andre blood is flowing in the presence of blood vessels. Open type andre blood is flowing in the absence of blood vessels, directly bathed into it. So this is what we are saying it as open type of circulatory system. Where do you find andre example arthropoda? Example arthropoda. Arthropoda andre cockroach ಇದೆ, prawn ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಿವೆ. So normally blood is flowing and it is colorless also. Open type of circulatory system we are observing that and colorless also. So next is closed type of circulatory system. In the invertebrate we are observing first time in the animal kingdom is annelid. ಅನಿಲಿಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಮಲ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಲರ್ಲೆಸ್. ಅನಿಲಿಡಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಅನಿಲಿಡಾ ಒಂದು ಫೈಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಕಲರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡಾ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದೇ. ಯಾರು ಬರೀತೀರಿ? ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಅನಿಲಿಡಾ. ಅನಿಲಿಡಾ ಕೂಡ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, two kinds of the complexities what we are observing in the normally or the system level of organization, that is the digestive system ನಲ್ಲಿ division ಆಗಿದ್ದು open and close, that is the open and close circular system ಆಯಿತು. digestive system ಅಂದ್ರೆ complete and incomplete digestive system, that what we have studied. So in this way just you have to read out and chances are there you can observe that the textbook ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. You have to read out because notes if possible I will give. You have to directly read out the textbook in this chapter. This only chapter you can observe because I am writing the characters, so that you have to read directly from the textbook. If possible I will provide the notes, otherwise I will not provide the notes only in this chapter. This only chapter ನಾನು notes ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ರೆಫರ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ರೈಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, NCERT ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಓದ್ಕೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಫ್ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದೆನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ವೆನ್ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು? ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್. ಇದೊಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. and even you have to write down whatever I am writing on the board also some of the characters. Notes ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಒಂದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಶೂರ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Right. In the next class we are going to discuss about the cement. Right.